Welcome back. Welcome to a new show, to a new class, to a new program. Welcome back to class number 175. Yes, we have only 21 classes left. We have only 21 classes left. O pongo only delante. We only have 21 classes left. So, without any further delay, let's start. But let's start with a review of class 174, please. Camera number 1. All right. Let's think about things that have a tendency to rise. What different things in life, or on this planet, or in the universe, have a tendency to rise? Well, heat. Heat can rise. El calor puede subir. Heat can rise. Yes, heat can rise. Water can rise. The water level can rise. The tides. If you go to the beach and you spend 12 hours observing the beach, you can see that the water rises. When at high tide, after high tide, the water has risen. If you go to a dock, if you go to a marina, un puerto deportivo en este caso, you watch the boats, you look at the boats, and you notice they rise, and then they fall. To rise and fall, to rise and fall. Okay? And you notice this because high tide comes in, the water rises, the boats rise, and then the tide goes out. Okay? The tide falls. La marea sube, la marea baja. The tide, escrito tide. The tide rises and the tide falls. And if you're watching a boat, you see the boat rises and the boat falls. It's not because the boat is rising, it's because the tide is rising, pushing the boat up, okay, to rise. So water can rise and fall. Heat or temperature can rise and fall. The temperature is rising, the temperature is falling. So basically the opposite of rise, que es subir, is caer. Ir subiendo, ir cayendo. To rise and to fall. My blood pressure, yes. My blood pressure, tensión sanguínea. You know, they put, and they take my blood pressure, say 12/8, perfect, textbook blood pressure. They take my blood pressure to see if my blood pressure is rising or maybe falling. If my blood pressure yesterday was 14/9, and today it's 16/10, the doctor can say, Richard, your blood pressure is rising. Is there any reason for that you know? Your blood pressure is rising. Normally my blood pressure is perfect. I'm a lucky person in that sense. But some people have high blood pressure. And some people have low blood pressure, all right? And some people, when they get angry or stressed out, their blood pressure rises. It doesn't fall. What else rises? Well, the sun rises every morning, of course. The sun rises. What other things rise? Can you think? Inflation can rise, la inflación. The inflation can rise. The prices rise in many economies. Right now, here in Spain, the prices are fairly stable. There's a chance, there's even a danger of deflation in which the prices fall. But right now the prices are stable, around 0% price growth. So the prices aren't rising. But traditionally in Spain, the prices have risen every year. Yes, when I came to Spain in 1972, still during the Franco regime, the prices were rising quickly. Yes, they were rising quickly. In the 1970s, prices rose a lot. In 1976, prices rose 26%. I remember. 26% in 1 year. It's a lot. Prices rose a lot. In 1977, prices rose 18 or 19 or 17%, I believe. Yeah, I can't remember. But they rose a lot in 1977 too. In 1978, I think prices rose around 14 or 15%. Very slowly, inflation came under control in Spain. By the mid-80s, fijaos que digo by, en el sentido de lo en español diríais para. Ya para mediados de los 80, la inflación estaba en un. By the mid-80s, prices were rising, I think around 6 or 7% a year. Always, traditionally in Spain, prices have risen greater than the price rises in the rest of the European Union. Usually double. If the inflation in Germany was 3%, the inflation in Spain was 6%, usually, as a general rule. The prices have traditionally risen more in Spain than in the rest of Europe, okay, with a few exceptions. But in general, prices have risen more in Spain. So inflation means the prices rise. What other things rise? Your temperature, your fever. If the normal body temperature is 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, body temperature, normal body temperature is 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, and centigrade, I don't know, 37, 36.5, 36.8, I don't know. I don't remember what the body temperature is in normal body temperature in centigrade. But I do know that if you have a temperature of 38, you have a fever, and it can rise, especially children. Their fever can rise quickly, little children, so you need to be careful if you have babies or little children, because if they develop a temperature, it can rise very quickly. It can rise very quickly, to rise, okay? I hope your English level is rising and not falling. I hope your English level is rising and not falling. Okay, so the other thing we saw yesterday was when I was 15 and a half, I was able to drive legally. I wasn't able to come here yesterday. I was planning to come. It was on my schedule to come. But something unavoidable came up, and I wasn't able to make it. I wasn't able to come here yesterday. I had to cancel my appearance yesterday on this TV. I wasn't able to be here. I wasn't able to come. All right, our sponsors have something to say, I think, but I'll be back in just a few minutes.
Hello everyone, I'm Natasha, your teacher, and today I'm here with Annette, okay, and she's going to help me review the previous class, okay? How are you, Annette?
Fine, thank you.
Yes, are you ready to review everything?
Yes, I am.
Okay. All right, we're going to review two different things. Do you know what we're going to review?
No, I don't know.
Okay, let's see if this rings a bell, okay? What is to ring a bell? A ver si
Me
te
suena.
Eso es. So, we're going to see two different things. The first one is the irregular verb rise. Let's ask Annette what this means. Rise?
Es aumentar.
Aumentar, subir, incrementar, okay? And the other thing we're going to see is can and was and were able to, como poder, okay? So, let's start with the first thing, which is the irregular verb, okay? Let's see if Annette knows how to conjugate it, okay? Let's see. Annette, every day I rise. Yesterday?
I rose.
Very good. And lately?
I've risen.
I've
risen.
Very good, okay? So, every day I rise. Yesterday I rose, como la flor. Yesterday I rose, and lately I've risen. Okay, in order to practice all these verbs, what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you and Annette lots and lots and lots of different questions, and you have to answer. Very easy, okay? Let's start practicing. Did inflation rise last year?
Yes, inflation rose last year.
Very good pronunciation. Yes, inflation rose last year. Be careful with the pronunciation, okay? It's as if, como si fuera O-U-S, rose, pero con una S como una abejita, ¿vale? Hay que mover las cuerdas vocales. Rose, okay? All right, the next one is for you at home, okay? Ask me if interest rates have risen recently. Ask me if interest rates have risen recently. Very good. Have interest rates risen recently? It's a tongue twister, okay? Have interest rates risen recently? Okay, let's see if Annette can ask me.
Yes.
No, you have to ask me. Ask me.
Did
Have interest rates risen recently?
have interest rates risen recently?
Very good. That's difficult. Okay, one more time.
Have interest rates risen recently?
Okay, risen, and the I has to be short because otherwise it sounds like reason, que es razón. Reason es largo, risen es corto. Okay, so have interest rates risen lately? Okay, or recently? Yes, they have, for example. Okay, Annette, ask me if profit rose last year.
Did profit
Rise?
rise? Did profit rise last year?
Very, very good. In this case, we have to use the infinitive because it's a question. Okay, so one more time.
Did
Profit?
profit rise last year?
Very good. Okay, now you answer the question with yes.
Yes. Profit rose last year.
Very good. Yes, profit rose last year. Okay, now we're going to practice the next grammar point. Okay, the next grammar point is can and were able to. Okay, they both mean poder. Okay, but for the time being, the way we're going to see it is can para un poder general que tenemos ahora mismo, and were able to para un poder específico que tuvimos o no tuvimos en un momento dado en el pasado, ¿ok? Que a pesar de las circunstancias, por ejemplo, I was able to, I don't know, to speak French. No es que yo sabía hablar francés, sino que con un diccionario o lo que sea, pude hacerlo en un momento dado. Are you ready? Okay. Puedo nadar 100 metros.
I am able to swim.
Can.
I can swim 100 meters.
Meters.
I can swim 100 meters.
Very good. I can swim 100 meters. Un poder general que tenemos ahora mismo, por lo tanto podemos usar can, okay? The next one is for you at home. No puedo venir el lunes. Very good. I can't come on Monday. I can't come on Monday. Okay, now pay attention to the next one, okay, Annette? Pudieron venir al final.
They were able
Very
to
good.
come finally.
Or in the end.
They
Yeah?
were
They were able?
they were able to come at the end.
In the end.
They were able to come in the end.
Very good. In the end es al final, ¿no? Al final pudieron hacer eso. At the end es al final de la película, for example. Okay? They were able to come at the end of the party, for example. Okay? The next one is for you, okay? Puedo hablar 4 idiomas con fluidez.
I can speak 4 languages fluently.
Very good. I can speak 4 languages fluently. I can speak 4 languages fluently. The next one is for you at home. No pudo hacer el examen. Very good. He wasn't able to do the exam. He wasn't able to do the exam. Let's see if Annette can repeat this.
He wasn't able to do the exam.
Very good. Puede decir el abecedario al revés.
He is.
No.
He can.
No, puedes tú. O sea, you
I
can say
can say the vocabulary.
the alphabet.
The alphabet.
Al
The
revés.
way around.
Backwards.
Backwards.
Very good. One more time.
I can say the alphabet backwards.
Very good. This was tricky, huh? This was difficult. Backwards is al revés, okay? So I can say the alphabet backwards. Okay, thank you very much, Annette. You did a great job today. You did a great job as well. Remember to study, practice, and review as much as possible. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Okay, welcome back. Guess what? Adivinad qué? Guess what? Numbers. Fantastic, my favorite part. Number dictation. Number dictation. I'm going to dictate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just a second. Just a second. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm going to dictate 13 numbers. Maria is getting ready. This is her favorite part. She says, anda, llevas tiempo sin dictar de números y letras. Okay. So, she's happy now. Number dictation. The first 2 numbers are 6-digit numbers. The rest are 7-digit numbers, so we're including millions here. Eh? So, tinitela. So, please, while I'm changing to camera 1, please take out a piece of paper and a pencil and get ready for dictation. Okay? All right, I'm going to change now. Okay, are you ready? Do you have a pencil and paper? All right, I will say the number only once. And then when I finish the 13 numbers, I will come back and repeat the numbers a second time, more slowly. But I'm not going to dictate quickly. I'm going to dictate in a natural way. A bit slowly, but not too slowly, but very natural. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready, Maria? Yes. Okay, number 1. 334,616. The next one, 256,907. All right. Number 3, 1,841,321. Are you ready? The next one, 4,117,618. Ready? The next one, 7,919,808. Do you have it? Okay. The next one, 5,515,450. Okay. The next one, 6,760,414. Okay. Okay. The next one, 3,440,770. Okay. The next one, 8,521,111. Are you ready? The next one, 9,190,330. Ready? The next one, 5,741,200. Two more, eh? Only 2 more. The next one, the next to last, 2,670,515. And finally, the last one, 7,212,410. Okay, let's go back to the first one. Listen carefully, more slowly now. 334,616. Okay? Number 2, 256,907. The next one, 1,841,321. The next one, 4,117,618. The next one, 7,919,808. The next one, 5,515,450. The next one, 6,700,000. 460,000. 414. The next one, 3,440,770. The next one, 8,521,111. The next one, 9,190,330. The next one, 5,741,200. The next one, 2,670,515. And finally, 7,212,410. Okay, how many mistakes? 0. Perfect. I can't believe it. My God, if Maria can get it right, then surely you can get it right. Come on. If you made a mistake and Maria didn't, okay. Very quickly, lo tenemos aquí. I think you can see it. Yeah? All right. 334,616. 256. Fijaos que uso comas aquí. No puntos decimales, no puntos. De hecho, se dice en inglés decimal point. El punto es para decimal. It's just the opposite in the English-speaking world. 256,907. 1,841,321. 4,117,618. A ver si lo centro en la cámara. 7,919,808. 5,515,450. 6,760,414. 3,440,770. 8,521,111. 9,190,330. 5,741,200. 2,670,515. And finally, 7,212,410. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, the numbers, using numbers and spelling. These two skills are very important in the real world. If you have an English teacher and the English teacher is not reviewing for you numbers and spelling, then the teacher is not doing his job. Make sure that the teacher insists with you. If you have a private teacher, or if you go to a language school and you have a teacher, make sure that teacher reviews the usage of numbers and spelling regularly. Not every day necessarily, but every week a little bit. 5 minutes, 10 minutes every week with numbers and spelling is very important. Don't underestimate the importance of this, because if you use English in the real world, you will find out. Averiguarás, te enterarás pronto. You will find out soon that numbers and letters are important. See you in a few minutes.
Hi there, my name's Carly. Nice to see you again. Before we start our class of numbers, I want to introduce my guest, Luca. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Are you nervous about the numbers, Luca?
Yes, a little bit. I never feel comfortable at
No,
all.
that's why we practice. A lot of students say, oh, I don't like numbers. So I practice more, all right? We're gonna review numbers today. So Luca is going to take the whiteboard and she's gonna write them down. You at home, practice writing down the quantity and repeating it back to me. So 1 is the number, 2, the pronunciation of numbers. All right, Luca, you ready?
Yes.
Number 1, 770,676. Clear? Hey, no worries. All right, repeat back to me.
Okay. 770,676. 76.
Very good. All right. I think a big problem that I personally have in Spanish and a lot of students have in English is the 7 and the 6. We put them as if we were dyslexic. We change them. So be careful with that, right? Very good. All right. Remember, where you say 100 and 770,000, comma, 676. All right. Number 2, 414,000. 440. Good. Repeat.
414,440.
Yeah, good. Right. 400. The emphasis here. 414. Teen, as if it had a tilde. 414,440. Nice and short. 40. 40. Good. Number 3. 128,818. Lots of 8s. Let's see. Perfect. Repeat.
128,818.
Good. And excellent pronunciation. 818. 18. It has all of the emphasis. 18. Very good. Number 4. 11,113. Hey, perfect. Repeat.
11,113.
Good. 13. Very good. All right. Number 5. Luca's going faster. Are you going fast at home? Make sure you write these down and practice the pronunciation. Number 5. 650,115. Very good. Is that 115?
115.
Perfect.
Yes.
Good. Yeah. I'm not judging. I'm not judging your writing. Tell me in English.
650,115.
Perfect. Very good pronunciation. Good writing. Comma. We use the comma in Spanish. It's the opposite. You put punto and comma al final, and we put comma and decimal at the end. All right. Very good. Number 6.
What's decimal?
Decimal is punto.
Huh?
Decimal is punto cuando referimos a números. We say decimal, yeah, or
Dot.
Sometimes dot for internet. Dot
only
com.
for internet?
Dot com, yeah, only for the internet. All right, number 6. 312,417. Very good. Tell me.
312,000.
300.
312,417.
Excellent, good. So 100 and. So 312,417. Good. All right, this one's a bit bigger. Number 7. 1,451,113. Good, comma,
The dot.
comma. Yeah, good. Both commas,
Both.
perfect. Tell me.
1,451,113.
Good. So the 1 million, there's no and. 1 million and no. 1,451,113. You always say 100 and. Good. Number 8. 807,770.
807,870.
Careful. 700?
700.
Not 8, you said 8.
I said 8.
She's thinking 8s and 7s. Now, speaking of that, she has it correct. 770. Speaking of 8 and 7, a lot of students as well sometimes switch those. I personally have the 7 and 6 problem, but some students have the 8 and 7.
I have the 8 and
Not
7.
that I'm saying Luca has the 8 and 7.
I do.
All right, good. Number 9. 43,654. Let's see. Good, repeat.
43,654.
Good. Yeah, 654. Nice and short. 54. Good. Number 10. All right. 106,000. 230.
106,230.
Very good. Yeah, perfect. Good. All right, a bigger one. Number 11. 7,250,019. And 19. Good. Excellent. Repeat that.
7,250,019.
Good. So here, if you notice, there's a 0, 1, 9, but we still say and because the hundredth spot, there's nothing, but we still have to say and 19. So 100 and no, and 19. Very good. All right, number 12. 8,078,707. Let's see.
8 million? And you say
No,
no.
no and.
Okay, 8,078,707.
Very good. So we say 8 million. Here we don't say the and on the second O. 8,078,707. Only at the end. Only at the end because that's the hundredth spot. Very good. All right. Let's see. A couple more. Ready? 6,440,415.
Okay, 6,440,415.
Excellent, good. Very good, Luca, and very good at home, guys. Keep practicing that. Nobody likes numbers, but they are very important for communication. All right, keep practicing. Bye-bye.
Okay, welcome back. Question, what's the fastest way to learn English? Well, the fastest way to learn English is to devote your full-time attention to it and to stop working and to fly to Chicago or to go to South Dakota where nobody speaks Spanish and to spend 1 year there and study 5 hours a day and work in the information office another 5 hours a day just using English. That's the fastest way. Maybe it's not the most effective way efficient way for you because it costs a lot of money and it costs a lot of time. But it's definitely the fastest way. Now, what's the quickest way to change from camera 1 to camera 2? The quickest way is to do it instantly. But the problem is in the control room, they can't change on time. And there's a lag. Lag is un pequeño retraso. I'm going to switch. And I'm going to change to camera 1 very fast. I bet they can't change as fast as I can. On the count of 3, I'm going to change to camera 1. Okay, I'm going to do it quickly. Okay, let's see if there is a lag in this fase or not, shall we? 1, 2, 3. See, there was a lag. I was faster. Yes, Maria calls me Speedy Gonzalez, changing cameras. Yeah, okay. So, what's the fastest way to get from Madrid to Barcelona? Well, the fastest way is by plane, really. You know, I'm not sure if using the shuttle, El Puente Aéreo, I don't know if that's the fastest way to go from Madrid to Barcelona or from Barcelona to Madrid. For example, if you live in the center of Madrid, you need to get your car and you need to go to the airport, usually about 1 hour early or 45 minutes early. And then sometimes the plane is a little late. Then you fly to Barcelona, you get off the plane, it takes time. You know, if you add up all the time, I don't know if it's really faster than using the fast train, El Ave. I don't really know. Probably it's a little faster, but not much. Maybe you save 1 hour or maybe you save 30 minutes. Okay, what's the fastest way? What's the quickest way to win a woman's heart? This is the point of view of a man. I really don't know. I have no idea, really. What's the fastest or quickest way to a woman's heart? I suppose to say nice things to her, all right, but I really don't know. What's the fastest way to a man's heart? I don't know either. I don't know either, but I think I know better than women's. But they say, there's a saying, the best way to a man's heart, the best way, mejor camino, passes through his stomach, which means feed him well. And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. All right? I love to eat well, and I try to eat well all the time, to enjoy eating. It's one of the pleasures of life. But definitely there's no connection to love in this, okay? I will never fall in love with the best cook in the world if she's not my type. It doesn't matter. I'll enjoy her food and I'll say thank you very much, but that's as far as my relationship will go. So the fastest way to a man's heart doesn't pass through his stomach, in my opinion. What do you think? Okay? Now, what's the cheapest way to learn English? The cheapest way to learn English is to watch this television station every day, 10 hours a day if possible. Watch me, Alberto, Richard Brown, Kyle, Kathleen with Women on the Rise, the children's program with Andrea and with the Davy the dog. I recommend you watch everything. That's probably the cheapest way because you don't move from your house. It's free. We don't charge you for these classes, all right, unless you're an official student in 4.0, all right, but that's the best way. Or to listen to Vaughan Radio all day. It's free. We don't charge you. You can listen to the radio on your radio or through the internet. And that's probably the best way to learn English. To buy a good grammar book, to understand the grammar. And then, that's the cheapest way. The most expensive way, well, I would recommend the most expensive way to have classes with our teachers, with teachers who work with me, private class, maybe 6 hours, 7, 8 hours a day, and then after a few months to do a Vaughan town, and do another, and another, about 5 Vaughan towns, and then you speak English very, very well. That's the most expensive way. The other way is the cheapest way. Is that true? I don't know. It depends on your definition of cheap and expensive. If your definition of expensive is a lot of money, and cheap is no money or very little money, then yes, I'm right. The cheapest way is to stay at home and watch this TV station, or to listen to Vaughan Radio. And the most expensive is to take courses, pay teachers, etc. However, it depends on your objective. If you need to learn English well, and you have a time element involved, if you need to learn English for next year, for example, by next Christmas you need to speak English well, then the cheapest way is probably the most expensive. It's interesting you say lo caro es barato, or lo barato es caro, is often true. It's often true. So think about that. It depends on how important it is for you to learn English. It depends on how important the English language is. Fijaos el verbo al final. It depends on how important English is for you. If it's really important, then watching this television station all day, this television channel all day long is very good. But you need to do many more things. You need teachers in front of you to hit you on the head when you make mistakes, to motivate you, to orientate you, to insist, okay? And also you need experiences of what you call tragar agua, pasar apuros. You need to have experiences that are challenging for you, for your ear, for your speech, in which you feel uncomfortable. There are certain psychological barriers, barreras, that you have to break in order to speak a second language well. And you can't get that without spending money normally. No, normally, no, never, usually. It's very difficult. But in any case, we'll talk about that another day. Now, the fastest way to say goodbye is simply to say, see you later.
Hello everyone, welcome again. I'm Hannah. How are you today? Okay, we're going to begin. Empezamos ya este bloque con vocabulary. Ya sabéis, vocabulary. It's very important when you learn, cuando aprendes ya una nueva palabra, nuevo vocabulario, a practicarlo. You have to practice it y también use it in your everyday English. Así, that way you can have them ready to use and available in your quick English, in your everyday English, right? Don't store, no guardéis esas palabras ya del día y tal. No, hay que sacarlas y usarlas. Okay, so Luca, hello.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Great, I'm great. Okay, so vocabulary, remember, after we learn, después de aprender estas palabras, hay que usarlas.
Okay.
Right? Okay. De guardarlas, no. En tu archivo y hard drive, no. Hay que sacarlas y también usarlas. So, the first word is un verbo, advertir. Te ayudo. To,
I went blank.
Okay.
To warn.
Warn.
To warn.
Okay, very good. Sí, a veces tengo que soplar un poco, ayudar a mis alumnos. That's why I'm here, por eso estoy aquí. Okay, so advertir is to warn. To warn. Repeat, Luca.
To warn.
Perfect. Muy bien. To warn. So advertencia is warning. Right? Warning. Vemos mucho esa palabra en muchos sitios. Warning, warning, advertencia, right? Cuidado, ojo, precaución. Warning, sustantivo, y el verbo to warn. Okay, next we have subir o elevar.
To raise.
Very good. Bien, to raise, raise. Fijaos bien en la pronunciación de este verbo. To raise, raise. Okay. Next we have tendencia.
Trend.
Good, good. Repeat.
Trend.
Perfect. Trend. Trend. Al final acaban de. So let me hear the D very clearly. Trend.
Trend.
Eso. Muy bien. Trend. Trend. Con D al final. Trend. Innecesario.
Unnecessary.
Okay, good. Repeat.
Unnecessary.
Perfect. Muy bien. So, did you notice? ¿Habéis fijado dónde recae el énfasis en esta palabra? Porque hay varias sílabas. Unnecessary. Unnecessary. En la segunda sílaba. Unnecessary. Unnecessary. Okay, finally we have participio pasado del verbo escribir, escrito.
Written.
Perfect. Muy bien. Repeat.
Written.
Yes. Very good. Written. Written. All right? And también el énfasis recae en la primera sílaba, on the first syllable, written, written. Y muchas veces oigo written o written o written o algo así. No, written, written. Okay, muy bien. Okay, good job with the vocabulary. Muy bien, Luca. Now, we're going to look at una expresión. Very, very useful expression. And that is, cuando decimos, ¿cuál es la forma tal? ¿Cuál es la forma más rápida? ¿Cuál es la forma más lo que sea? ¿Cuál es la mejor forma de tal? So in English, how do we say that? ¿Cuál es la forma tal?
What's the best way to...
Exactly. Muy bien. So, fijaos bien, when we say cuál, normalmente cuál en inglés se traduce por which, pero en este caso, no. We don't say which, no. Usamos what, okay? What. Literalmente decimos qué. ¿Qué es la forma tal? Pero en español decimos which, okay? But in English here, no usamos which, pero what. So, translate para mí, okay? Translate. ¿Cuál es la mejor forma de conseguir un trabajo?
What's the best way to get work?
To get
a job.
Yes, muy bien. Repeat.
What's the best way to get a job?
Good, muy bien. Very good. So, ¿cuál es la mejor forma de conseguir un trabajo? What's the best way, right? The best way. What's the best way to get a job? Here, un trabajo es como contable cuando hablamos de un empleo. Right? Un empleo, then we say a job. y después work, que es muy general, when we say tengo mucho trabajo hoy. I have a lot of work today. Okay, so veis la diferencia entre job y work. Here, aquí queremos job. Ok, ¿cuál es la mejor forma de convencerles?
What's the best way to convince them?
Perfect, very good. Repeat.
What's the best way to convince them?
Them.
Them?
Muy bien, very good. So el verbo convencer is to convince, right? To convince. So what's the best way to convince them? And remember, them acaba en M, los labios cierran. Remember la palabra David Beckham? Beckham no es David Beckham. Abierto no, hay que cerrar y tocar los labios porque termina en M. David Beckham, them. Okay? So what's the best way to convince them? All right, ¿cuál es la forma más fácil de aprender inglés?
What's the easiest way to learn English?
Good, very good. What's the easiest way to learn English? Well, practicing and studying. Claro.
English punto
Claro,
4.0.
Vaughan, exactly, Vaughan English 4.0 también, okay, Vaughan Radio también, okay, so you can watch here, aprende inglés every day y practicar 20, 30 minutes, una hora todos los días. Hay que ser very constante, that's the key, esa es la clave, okay, y también para el oído, escuchar un poco al inglés todos los días, o en Vaughan Radio, I have my program en Vaughan Radio, or también aquí en Aprende Inglés, esa es la clave, ser constante. Okay, so what's the easiest way to learn English? ¿Cuál es la forma más barata de ir a Los Ángeles?
What's the cheapest way to get to LA?
Okay, good. Okay, bien. Right, so Lucas says LA como yo, right? She says LA, claro. Or también Los Angeles. Okay, so what's the cheapest way to get to Los Angeles or to get to LA? ¿Cuál es la forma más eficaz de programarlo?
What's the most efficient?
Good, efficient.
What's the most efficient way to program it?
Very good, muy bien. So eficaz, adjetivo is in English efficient. Efficient. So what's the most efficient way to program it? Okay, ¿cuál es la forma más común de preparar la paella?
What's the most common way to prepare paella?
Okay, good, to make paella.
To make paella.
Yes, okay.
You make food.
Exactly. Usually, claro, en español muchas veces usamos preparar la comida, preparar el cocido, preparar lo que sea, pero en inglés se traduce al verbo to make muchas veces. No tanto to prepare, pero to make simplemente. Okay, good job. So, what's the best way? What tal usando la forma superlativa? Okay, so please keep practicing this at home and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Okay, one more class and one less class. We have 20 classes left. 4 perfect weeks left. We have covered 8 months of English, and we have 1 more month to go. We have only 1 month left. But you have a lot of work left. You have an enormous amount of work left. This is a very cheap class. This course isn't expensive. For most of you, it's not expensive at all because it's nothing. It's free. And for some of you, for the official students, it's not free, but it's not expensive. And so in both cases, you need to know that the only truly expensive part of learning a second language is the effort and the time. And you have to spend effort and you have to spend time. Otherwise, you never learn it. See you tomorrow.